billion. And just like Bokuwari, the moment the money got to the kitty or to the cover of these criminals, it left Nigeria shore right away. Immediately, like the immediate, they say, alert it do. Hello, Commissioner. Commissioner, Kule, you dey mad in I dey call you, you dey avoid my call. I heard that the alert. Sorry, Your Excellency, sorry. Can't you see that I'm the one calling Governor Biobaku? I've been calling you since for the past 15 minutes. Eh? Am I not the one who made you commissioner? Show she ni dele. Oh yeah, alert it do. Yes, sir, alert is entered, sir. It has entered, sir. And we are thinking that I should call the head of the ministry and all of them to have a meeting so that we can discuss on how to disburse the money to all this. Disburse what? Who gave you that order? You want me to sack you as commissioner? You don't like your job again, Abi? Come to my office right now. I have some people here I want you to meet. Okay, sir. I'll come down straight away, sir. All right, yeah. Hey, Shaguri. Meet Dele. That's my commissioner of finance. Dele, Shaguri. You know them. Very, they want to do great thing in our state. They want to work on, you know what I mean? So I want you to go and make arrangement for 25 billion. Sir? Don't sir me. Go and make available. Transfer 25 billion to them. They want to do something in our state. I'll tell you later. Go and give them 25 billion. Go and give them 10 billion. Now those ones will go help them carry them. Go rewash them. Whether they want buy property, whether they just want put the money somewhere, wasting away. So the people who owe the owners of the salary, those ones will be waiting. They will be talking to themselves in front of their offices. Sir, how are you today, sir? Weekend, sir. Sir, sorry, sir. I just thought level 15 officer trying to find out information. I just wanted to check that, sir, did you hear anything from Abuja, like when they are going to pay our salary this month? No, I haven't heard anything. If I hear, I'll tell you, ma. Because, the one for last month, they said that they will pay them to us. I haven't heard anything, ma. I haven't. Meanwhile, your money don't enter train. It don't enter plane. I've been anywhere they want to enter them. It don't go Dubai, go buy property. Your money has crossed border to everywhere. That's what they did in 2015. Oh, that's why till today, you see some of them owing up to 1 year on paid salary, 2 years on paid salary. And when you see them, they'll say, no, be me who owed the money. Now, the governor in 2009, now you owed the money. That's the person who owed the money, not me. Because the money is gone. Gone. So now they have 1.9 trillion. Yeah, they call it, what do they call that one? Appetizer. The main meal never come. Oh. When you go for this 3-course meal, when you go to a diner, and you want to have 3-course meal, they first give you appetizer. So maybe you just wet your belly small. The real big one is still coming. Oh. And this money is going into the hand of the people who have contributed to the poverty you have seen, the underdevelopment you have seen across Nigeria today. So yeah, they will be the first person to take it. There are still going to be ministers, so ministers are still coming. Their own PAs, their SAs, and all of them, they are still coming to come and join this feast. But the first set now governors. So 1.9 trillion will be shared to all these states so that they can help reduce your what do you call it? The hardship of subsidy. In addition, they are going to give you a 500 billion naira worth of fertilizer subsidy. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni, ibi tá a bá ń sunkún, a máa ríran. If we dey cry, we go dey try dey see. Tinubu said he has acquired 500,000 acres of land And there is also 500 billion naira worth of fertilizers. So, kilo roko next. This.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Bá sọ Yorùbá, gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lù yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyìnbó kò ṣe sọ. Ṣé ìlú lé? Fún alówó wa, ànáwó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó.
500,000 acres of land. Fertilizer, no, that's Tiwa. There's also fertilizers. So just wait when they will make the announcement. Fertilizer they will give you your own portion. It's also part of the palliative. Yeah, it is. And they believe that by the time they finish with that, they expect to at least have given job to 500,000 of you. Isn't that even a... Anyway, it's also part of the palliative. For now, those of you they want to give 80,000 naira to, they are reviewing that for now. Okay? They may have to tell you to go and collect it from your governor. You know what happened? When they presented what they call the social investments, whatever, I'll tell you what I mean. You see those, the office they opened for Shadia, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, whose only job is to share money with the budget, with the regular allocation of over 500 billion naira. And they said that they have been paying poor people under Bokwari. If you say from 2019 to 2023, that is 4 years. So 4 years, 500 billion every year, that is 2 trillion naira. The shop they opened for Shadia was to give money to the poorest people in Nigeria. And according to Shadia, she was doing that, giving that money to 11 million households. Shongbo. And we have been asking how. They said this 11 million household. Now only just about 2% of them have bank accounts. 98% of them, they don't have bank accounts. So they just give the money to them in cash, or they pay the money to an organization that will go and share the money to them. That's what Shadia has been doing for 4 years. 2 trillion naira. Eh? That they beat somebody with still a phone. You join them. You they ask, bring tire, bring matches, bring tire, bring lighter. Now these people they spoil Nigeria. Now people like this they spoil Nigeria. If we no born now, if we no kill her now, he go become governor, he go become senator. Oh yeah, bring matches, bring car. They say now fish is still fish. Even me, I am hungry. I have not stolen anything. Bring tire, bring matches, bring petrol. Then you burn now. You say you want to burn people where they destroy Nigeria. But like I said, the governors are the ones who are getting the first appetizer. So the second part is that they are going to send you to them eventually. So it will be because what happened when they asked the ministry, or should I say the data presented by the ministry to their NEC meeting today. Remember, it was the governors, okay? And if you present data and you say in Ogun State, we are feeding 500,000 household. In Lagos State, we are feeding 200,000 household. In Kano, we are feeding 1 million household. In Imo State, we are feeding 2 million household. I'm just saying, like, we are feeding 200,000 household. And all these people from this state are there sitting down. They said, no, this is not my state. No, this is not my state. I have never seen them. I don't know anybody who is benefiting from who benefited from this in my state. That was what they were saying in their meeting today. Oh. So because of that, they rejected Bokwari's social investment program where they were giving people 5,000 naira as fictitious, fraudulent, and completely useless. So 2 trillion naira. You now use 2 trillion naira. Dance Yahoo say. Yahoo, Yahoo, Yahoo say. Like that. And as you are rolling it up like that, now your money they blow like that too. For 2 years, for 4 years, 2 trillion naira. No record, no document, nothing. But immediately some people said, Mayegun, no, that's not what happened. Mayegun, Bokwari shop with his own people. And he shop him when he no send anybody. That the governors want to hijack it in Mayegun. So that the governors will now have to produce their own list. The ones they will now say is original. The poor people in their states. So that they will now say, give us their money. We are going to develop a payment style. Of course, they should be the ones to do the money, okay? Or local government, if you want to. If there is no corruption, sure, you get this money should ordinarily go to the local government. And those who wants to benefit from them can sign up in their local government areas. But even local governments, no, they get their own money. In Nigeria, you have 3 tiers of government. Abi no be so? You have the federal government, state government, and the local government, Abi? And they were all supposed to be kind of autonomous, like in their own right. They have places they actually have jurisdiction over. But the states have taken over all the local government. It's so funny, right? That's why I said that Nigeria defy all logics, okay? When they do their general election, right? They may tell you and say, oh, in this state, 20 local government areas, PDP PDP won 7 states. APC won 13 states. So APC is now the ruler of the state. But you see those 7 local governments that APC got defeated. And you know what I mean? When these governors now get to power, this party gets to power, when they do local government election, ordinary councillor, PDP no go see. And it's the same way, like vice versa. if na PDP win if na PDP, they say PDP is the government in this state. The same PDP that didn't win the state landslide, when they want to do local government election, there will be no other party that will win anything. Suddenly, they have now become popular. They have now been like, you know what I mean? Because the reason is that they put their own people there, and at them they conduct local government elections. So they put their own Suji there. So when those ones get there, they will never be able to question their own allocation. So when the money is coming from Abuja, the state government takes their money, and they also take the local government money. That's actually what they spend. Sure, you get. So this time around, they said they are like plotting. They want to take it. They want Tinubu to give it to them, so that Tinubu doesn't have to give the money to. They should cancel Ministry of Humanitarian and design another one that will be like, you see that 80,000 they promise you, they can change it to 10,000. They can change it to, they say they will give it to you for 6 months, Abi. So they can change it to 10,000 every month. But it will be the governors that will pay you. But you know how they've been, Abi? You don't know? So, for 4 years, they duped Nigerians. 500, somebody said that 24 trillion. Which one is 24 trillion again? No, Mokuna, they take them easy. There's no 24 trillion yet, too. That's one thing about Nigeria. When you start hearing all the figures, that is why you see some Nigerians, they will tell you, when they want to talk about some higher figures, they say, million uncountable. They say, 1, 2, 3, to 1, 2, 3, to million uncountable. They don't have the time to count because it's just like numbers. Bam, bam. They know they see them. 500 billion, Meiji is 1 trillion. So 500 billion, Mary, 4 is 2 trillion. Where did you see 24 trillion? Calm down, oh, guys. Anyway, which means they are ruling it out. So now, the plot is, what can we then design to now give back? So what about minimum wage? More people will no fee pay 40,000, 30,000 minimum wage. They are now sending their vuvuzelas to go and tell you that they are likely going to increase your minimum wage to 200,000 naira every month. Imagination no go kill you. Sure you get. You remember when you will be like, this country is so, man, everything is so hard in this country. If they want to fix this thing, there's no reason why they cannot be paying 200,000 naira minimum wage. Or in fact, they should be paying 1 million naira minimum wage. And people will look at you and say, imagination no go kill you. Or you will even look at yourself and say, but imagination no go kill me. Oh. Nigeria is so poor that these guys have made Nigeria so poor that it will break your heart. It should break your heart. Now they want to pay 200,000 naira minimum wage. That would be so wonderful, yeah. Anyway, it's just part of testing the water, making you feel like there's something actually coming for you. Nothing is coming for you. Nothing. Bokwari increased minimum wage too. I bet you back Benny. When the Shege first started, at a point, after sharing money, and everything was gone, they increased the minimum wage now. Have you forgotten that Obasanjo's minimum wage in Nigeria was 7,500 abi something when Obasanjo came in? He increased it to 14,000 naira. I bet you back And then Jonathan came after the subsidy of 2012 and the protest. He also increased the minimum wage to 18,000 abinko. He was contemplating of increasing it to 30,000 when they got him kicked out. Then Bokwari came in. The Shege started. Chain that turned to change. He increased the minimum wage to 30,000 naira. I bet you back. Have you forgotten? So now they will increase your minimum wage. Don't worry. They will increase your minimum wage. But it's not going to be 200,000 naira. It's not even going to be 50,000. Well, maybe 50,000, sha. Yeah? 50 abi. 100. 200. Imagination no go kill you. Who go pay am? Na Edo go pay. Abi na Ikiti go pay 200,000 naira. These criminals. the ones that are, so far so good in this whole mess that they want you to believe that they are actually trying to resolve for you. Abi, they are increasing their own salary. They are actually cutting out money to make the new lawmakers to settle down. 70 billion naira to settle down. 70 billion naira for new lawmakers to settle down. Sikini. In this whole hardship, they are telling you they want to buy themselves 40 billion naira car. Abba. So you tell me, are these the same people that you believe will pay you 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira minimum? Oh dear. Imagination no go kill you. I just talking like that because that's all I can say. Imagination no go kill you. So me, I no be kill joy, yo. I like I told you from the beginning. I'm just your conscience, somebody that won't believe their lie. All right, and I don't want you to as well. I don't know. Anyway, I was gonna say more. There's something else I want to share with you. Okay, before we go tonight, because I was gonna take calls, but we won't. Now, I told you earlier about Yoruba Union. Do some of you still remember the last time I asked for your support to carry out some of our programs in supporting the people? And do you also remember that in this same broadcast, I told you that Yoruba Union as an organization, which is Karo Ojire, that's the registration name right there. So the organization has given people like myself and a lot of people the opportunity, okay, to actually see for ourselves most of the things that, especially me, talk about: the degeneration, the abject poverty, the negligence, and what our people are actually going through. And the reason why it is somehow counterproductive when you ask people who have been beaten down, they have been on the ground, and they continue to trample on them, to stand up and fight when they have no energy or any strength, even the mental capacity to even put together the strength to go and fight. There are some of you that the hardship will motivate you and you will likely want to fight, but there are other things that will also motivate you to see the degeneration. They have made our people very, very poor. And you see why I will never show any respect to any of these criminals, especially from Yoruba land. Yoruba Union gives me that chance to see the abandoned children, the deteriorating education system, and the children who are the victims of this. Okay, the poverty that has made people to choose between sending their own children to school, or at least feeding their children, being able to feed their children, or to send them to school. So they would rather choose to do something to feed their children because they can't even afford to send them to school, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, this is like especially Nigeria. Nigeria is like a breeding ground for the future problems that they haven't told you yet. Nigeria is not investing in their own people. Those who came from Yoruba land, who are parading themselves as Yoruba political this and that, some of them that some of you are defending, and you are calling people Omoale because of all these Olori Burukus who don't give a damn about you. Because they are Yorubas. Yorubas, we respect our elders. We respect our culture. Is our culture part of, is impoverishing our people part of our culture? These are the buried truth that they will never want you to really see. These are the degeneration. Like I said, things have gone bad and worse, and there are victims, especially in Yoruba land too. So I'm grateful to every one of you. So we raised fund intended to actually raise to support our families who are going through whatever it is in Yoruba land, and at the same time tell them the people behind their problems and what they need to do, okay, to get themselves out of this is by actually getting themselves out of their grip and control. We are doing well, oh. So that's the part I'm going to take you to. And Princess and your team, every one of you, Ahmed, God bless you. Keep it up. I have succeeded on this through this platform in bringing together Yorubas, and not even just Yorubas, the friends of Yorubas, okay, to kind of join us in our crusade that we believe that with the right information, right support, enlightenment, and empowerment, we can get our people to have the courage and strength enough to stand up and demand for what is truly theirs. We are Yoruba Union people, the pro Yoruba Nation organization. Like you said, like we did say, we have, we know the people we are dealing with. To send our people out to go and face these murderous criminals requires a lot of the back end motivation, mobilization, and support. We are doing that, even though we are not kind of that big yet. Of course, our message and our art are very, very big. That's where I'm going to take you to now. So we put together in the last 2 months on this platform, we raised over 1.4 million naira, which, in fact, we can put all of this together and say in the last 3 months on this platform, even though I haven't really spoken about please donate money, support us, support this and that in a very long time, but there were those who always kind of reach out, even behind the scene. And guess what? We're able to put together nearly 1.9 million naira. And this 1.9 million naira, right, couldn't really do what we wanted to do. Supporting families, going into their place like we normally do, like we couldn't. We had a plan of spending 22 million naira in supporting at least 7,000 families across Yoruba land. We couldn't meet up because I didn't ask you. I didn't make it a priority at the time because there's so much going on, right? Nevertheless, from what we had, we changed course. How about we reach out to the few vulnerable we can reach out to? We already have our members who will they will ship in, clothing, footwear, and other things that, we can use and support people who need them, especially children. From our organization, we have a list, we have a document that comprises the children that need real support. Children who need support here and there across Yoruba land. We have been reaching out to them. We have been giving our support. We have been adopting some of them. Okay. And some of them they are already on our program being supported by members of this union. Some of them are watching me right now. So we had to ask the princess and her team to reach out to the disabled mostly. Okay. But the reports are more heartbreaking. A lot of you may not really be able to, you may not feel comfortable watching this, but this is our situation in Yoruba land, where people have no access to any better healthcare. Okay, they have no access to any better welfare. Nobody cares about them in government, except for people who could spare little things they have to supporting this these vulnerable people in Yoruba land, right? But that they themselves are coming under serious hardship now. People who used to support vulnerable people are also coming under serious economic hardship as we speak. But we could touch the lives of a few with our own little resources, and that's exactly what we did. So Yoruba Union, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take you through this journey. First, this.
fún ìbátan yìí látọ̀. You close the boot, please. Kí lorúkọ ẹ? Ayé kiri. How old are you? Kí lorúkọ ọdún mélòó ni? Káàsán máa. Àti wá síbí ní àárọ̀ Àròjèrè community àwọn Yoruba Union láti ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà ní òkè òkun àti tó wà ní Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ṣe àwọn ìtọrẹ àánú fún àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà tó kù díẹ̀ fún. Kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú òṣèlú, kì í ṣe pé olóṣèlú ló gbowó fún wọn, kì í ṣe pé àwọn kan wà ní kọ̀rọ̀ tó ń gbowó fún wọn pé kó máa fi ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà lókè òkun àti nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n parapọ̀, wọ́n dá owó láti máa ṣe ẹ̀rùn kan báyìí. So ẹni tí ó jẹ́ aṣojú àwọn ni a máa pè wọ́n, a máa dẹ̀ hand over fún, a máa gbé kinní fún wọn kó ṣàlàyé ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́.
What's your name? Tayo. Èjìrè aláìṣòfò. Ẹdún jọ bí wíníwíní lójú orogún ìjìnlẹ̀ lójú ìyẹ́ ẹ̀. Bọ́lá wá kí. Ẹgbẹ́ tí ní ìwọ̀n wá fún. Because you're special and we care about you. And we want to let you know that everything will be fine. Mama bẹ̀rù, mama yọjú sí ẹ. A máa gba nọ́mbà mama, mama kì í ẹ, mama bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ yìí lè gbé yìí. My phone?
lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo bí kíbi tẹ́ bá rìn sí àyè lẹ́ ò máa rìn lórúkọ Jésù wọn nílùú òkú yín wálé lórúkọ Jésù àkíngbòkú Ọlọ́run lórúkọ Jésù àdìgbòkú ikú kò jìjì kò ní yálé yín ààbò Ọlọ́run yóò máa dájú gbogbo tó bá dáwọ́lé yóò máa yọrí sí rere fún yín àánú Ọlọ́run yóò máa wá yín rí ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ ọ̀run á dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o ẹlẹ́dàá máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o èbèjì dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o ìpadà síbi tẹ́ ti wá ayọ̀ lẹ́ máa fi gúnlẹ̀ o ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o Olúwa á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o ẹ ṣé gan-an.
Tó bá ti pe nọ́mbà ẹ̀ wọn lè dáhùn yẹn wá sáwọn.
Orúkọ mi Lukman Abdulsalam.
Ọmọ ìlú wo ni yín sà?
Ọmọ Amáyọ̀ ni mí.
Alright. Kí ló ṣe yín? Kí ni ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣe yín?
Ní November 16, 2015 mo kàn rí pé mo kàn notice pé mo dédé jí.
Let me clear the first one you watched. All right. So the plan is to reach out to as many, people like that, that as possible. Okay. So our pioneer one is to procure 10 of those wheelchairs. All right. And then our intention is also to kind of, like we do voluntarily, okay, to have people, a lot of you who are watching this as well, you can make it your project. You can donate all the wheelchairs. You can buy them and gift them to us. We'll give them to all, because we have the list of them from everywhere. And we know that if we have to be like giving out this wheelchair to make an impact, today in Yoruba land of today, we're likely going to need at least up to 5,000 that they will just bring in a truck, 5,000 wheelchairs, and that will go far. But we don't have to get 5,000 wheelchairs, okay? You can make it your own. And if you want to be part of this, for example, to support us by making such donations, you just reach out, right? Reach out to the Yoruba Union team. They will tell you how to do it. If you are also the type that actually have your used clothes, shoes, and all that, things that you probably normally gift to charities, you can help us bag them, clean stuff that people can still use, clean clothes, kiddies stuffs, toys, and all that stuff. Pack them all together. We have about 2 warehouses currently in Yoruba land that can take anything of ours and store them perfectly. So yeah, we did go to see Taye Ejire. And of course, she's been on our radar, you know what I mean? Like we've had them like that we've kind of had chat with before we decide to just pick randomly like that and see them for now. Okay. So after that, we also met, another person, another beneficiary. This particular story is very, very heartbreaking. For those who don't understand Yoruba, okay, let me just give you the summary before you watch. Then I will explain after too. Okay, I have had people who have reached out to me that they want to support this person. How can they support him? I'll tell you how you can support him through the union. Okay. However, this young man had, I don't know, maybe it's what do you call anything, right? He said he stepped on something when he woke up in the morning to go and pee outside. And from that moment, he's been having problems with his legs. until one of them got amputated. The second one, they didn't even amputate that. That one rotting and rotting until it fell off by itself. And there are maggots coming out of that wound. And all of this is because he had no money to go for real surgery that could have surgically amputated the legs, okay? Because he lost the leg, the legs got infected, and at the end of the day, he lost the first one. His mother was alive then. So as a mother, they were able to put together, and they were very poor too, but they were able to put together to what? To medically or surgically amputate the first one. But the second leg, who was also dead, sort of, right, had to fall off. Just think about the pain, the agony, and the rest. And this guy is still alive. He has lost his 2 legs. And when I saw his story, it's so sad. A young man full of life, never been sick, had no medical history that was in any way could have led to this ever. But with the poor medical facility in Nigeria, with the poor medical system in Yoruba land, with the area he's living, his economic status, which means he cannot afford the type of medical treatment he needed for himself until he lost his 2 legs. And he's probably going to lose his life too from the same injury if he doesn't really have to, if he doesn't access real medical care. And somebody like that, where I live in the UK, if something like that happened to you here, you will be on a lifetime care. Do you know what that means? People will have to care for you for the rest of your life. This one is not something that is like temporary or for some time. Nigeria has nothing like that. Ladies and gentlemen, please.
nǹkan bíi 5 after 5 ní ìdájí mo rẹ̀ jáde pé kí n lọ tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo rí mọ́ mo kàn notice pé mo tẹ̀ nǹkan mọ́lẹ̀ so láti gbà yẹn ni mo ti wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ so wọ́n operate ẹsẹ̀ kan nígbà tó di 2020 again second one bẹ̀rẹ̀ second one ni kò wá sí onírànlọ́wọ́ kankan mọ́ tí ìyá àti bàbá mi kú so mo wà lórí ìdùbúlẹ̀ complete 4 months tẹ́sẹ̀ yẹn fi jẹrà fúnra rẹ̀ tó fi rè bọ́ọ̀lù.
ó jẹrà ó wá rí bọ́.
náà mo fi ní pẹ̀ntù. ẹ má jẹrà fúnra rẹ̀ tó fi rè bọ́ọ̀lù. so egungun ilé ṣì wá ń ta so gbogbo àwọn ẹran yìí. kó ṣàánú mi torí Ọlọ́run mo fi ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ fi bẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà kó ṣàánú mi kó dákun torí Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú mi kò sí ẹnì kankan mọ́ kò sí ìyá kò sí bàbá nítorọ̀ bára tí mo fi fún ọmọ mi ló ń jẹ ni ìyàwó mi ti fi mí lẹ̀ láti 2017 àwọn pretense mi ó di 7 months ìyàwó mi ti fi mí lẹ̀ lọ so kò sí. Ella
Orúkọ mi ni Adédayọ̀ Saheed. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí okay, èmi ni publisher kwarareporters.com tí mo dẹ̀ jẹ́ oníwèé ìròyìn. Bóyá bí few weeks ago ni ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ wọn létí mi wípé ni wọ́n nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́. Mo tiẹ̀ rò pé nǹkan kékeré ni nǹkan tí wọ́n pè mí fún, but to my surprise ìgbà tí màá dé ọ̀dọ̀ wọn, a sunkún kúrò ńbẹ̀ ni because ìyàlẹ́nu ló jẹ́ fún mi pé ẹsẹ̀ èèyàn ó sì ń jẹrà, ìdí ń yọ ńbẹ̀, omi ń sun jáde nínú egungun, èèyàn yẹn dẹ̀ sì tún wà láyé, ó tún wà lálàáfíà. So wọ́n narrate story wọn fún mi, gbogbo wọn ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣiṣẹ́ lÉkòó débi pé wọ́n dèrò, tó fi di pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹsẹ̀ yẹn sọ wọ́n dèrò Ìlọrin, tó fi di pé wọ́n wà ní ipò tí wọ́n wà yìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ mo dẹ̀ ṣe sọ fáwọn náà pé tọ́, a mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún èèyàn, àmọ́ lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run àtúnfọ́lọ́run, so òun ni a ṣe ṣe ìwọ̀nba táwa lè ṣe pé tọ́, káyé lè rí pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ rèé, láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí ìrànlọ́wọ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú, àwọn aláàánú ènìyàn láti lè rína rí wọn. And to my greatest happiness, tínú mi dẹ̀ dùn, Yoruba Union wọ́n dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wọn pé àwọn fẹ́ wá ṣàánú fún wọn. But ìgbà tí wọ́n dìde fún mi, tí wọ́n dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́, mi sọ ohun tí a fẹ́ wá ṣe, èmi sọ fún wọn wípé ní èmi pẹ̀lú àwọn kan ń bọ̀, but mi ò sọ ohun tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣe fún wọn. So mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́ surprise fún wọn ni, but a dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé ó ṣeé ṣe lénìí tí gbogbo wa náà jíjọ wá sí ibi bí lénìí láti rí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mr. Lukman. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yóò jẹ́ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìbànújẹ́ tó gbomijé lójú èèyàn, kí èèyàn kó wà kó jẹ́ pé láàárọ̀ ayé rẹ̀ kó jí, kó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, kó sì mọ rí jẹ, kó mọ rí mu, kó dẹ̀ di pé lọ́sàn-án kan òru kan kó wá di wípé ní ẹsẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń wú, ẹsẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń jẹrà lójú ẹ̀mí èèyàn. So Yorùbá Nation a dúpẹ́ gidi gan lọ́wọ́ yín, a dúpẹ́. Yoruba Union a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gidi gan fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ tí ẹ dìde fún Mr. Lukman, tí ẹ sì tọ̀ wọ́n wá láti odidi ọ̀nà jíjìn tẹ́ ti wá wò wọ́n pé ẹ fẹ́ fojú yín rí wọn, kẹ́ sì wo situation ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn dé dúró. A dúpẹ́, pẹ̀lú ògo lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ẹ máa rí ìrànlọ́wọ́ gbà. Ẹ̀yin náà gbogbo bí tẹ́ ẹ ti ń wojú Ọlọ́run fún ọ̀nà àánú kò ní dí mọ́ yín. A dúpẹ́, àmọ́ lóore tẹ́ ẹ dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wọn láti wá ṣoore fún wọn lénìí. Ẹ ṣé, a dúpẹ́. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ wò, ẹ rí ọmọ mẹ́rin ni wọ́n ní. Àwọn ọmọ mẹ́rin àtìgbà táwọn last born wọn àtìgbà tó ti wá ní bóyá bí ọdún méjì ni ìyá wọn ti fi kalẹ̀. Kí obìnrin gbé ọmọ kalẹ̀ láì mọ́ wẹ̀yìn wò títí tọ́mọ náà fi pọ́mọ ọdún mẹ́sàn-án, tọ́mọ yẹn fi dọmọ ọdún mẹ́sàn-án lórí àárẹ̀ bàbá yìí náà, ọ̀nà yẹn náà ló ti wá láti wá ọ̀nà jẹ fún wọn. Wọ́n ṣe ń lọ ń gba bárà láti fi fún wọn lóúnjẹ. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́, mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ tẹ́ ẹ dìde fún wọn yẹn. So ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run, àwọn ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú tí wọ́n bá tún wà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, wọ́n nílò àánú gidi gan. Àwọn ọmọ wọn náà nílò àánú, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wò wọ́n yẹn, wọ́n nílò àánú. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn kéré, wọn ò lọ school, wọ́n ṣe wà yìí, wọ́n kéré, wọn ò lọ school. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́, a nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ sí torí operation, wọ́n tún bros operation fún wọn. So oúnjẹ náà urgent ni, ìrànlọ́wọ́ pápápá ni wọ́n nílò bọ́n ṣe wà yìí, torí bọ́n ṣe wà yìí kọ́là èmi náà mọ̀ ìrànlọ́wọ́ náà ni, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ìrànlọ́wọ́ la nílò fún wọn. Ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá wa dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wọn. Mo sì mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ yín náà ṣe ń dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́, wọ́n mọ̀ ráàánú gbà. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, a dúpẹ́, àmọ́ lóore.
Orúkọ mi ni Samson Awoyemi. Mo lè sọ ìwọ̀nba díẹ̀ tí mo kàn witness nípa suffering wọn, torí long story ni ọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Èmi náà normally kàn meet wọn coincidence náà ni, torí the first time mo kàn meet wọn condition wọn ò tí wà báyìí, mi dẹ̀ tí join ní association tí mo wọ uniform ẹ̀ yìí.
I understand that a lot of us will be emotional about this. You haven't seen the whole story. And in fact, you haven't met others too. Okay? And I promise you, okay, the intention of sharing this with you is not to upset you or to unsettle you. It's just to give you an idea what ordinary people are actually going through in Nigeria. Do you understand? And when we talk about this, because some of us are talking about this from our very much comfortable positions, right? We are talking about this like, not because we are experiencing them, but with Yoruba Union, you will experience it. It doesn't matter what position you come from. So the intention is to let all of us feel that pulse. And I can see that some of you are already saying that he needs a serious medical this and that. Of course. And that is why normally the plan was that we'll take care of them. We'll see how we can then further support them, like the children, the family, and all of that. We have what we call the adoptive family in Yoruba Union. So what that adoptive family simply means is that if you decide, for example, this is not his medical or let's say somebody says, I want to adopt that family. How much can actually take care of those children to go to school and their education entirely? School, bag, what have you. Are you with me? So you can adopt the whole family by just saying, look, how much is it going to be every month? 50,000 naira. Right? I'll give them 50,000 naira, right, to cover all of their expenses every month. And I want to sign up for a year. Now, that arrangement you can say, oh yeah, I'll give you the entire 1 year, which is 600,000 naira. So the union would have to actually ensure that they have access to that money for the period of those. And for those of you who are well-to-do, of course, he's going to need he actually need a serious medical, in fact, it's urgent from what people told me and from what I have seen. That can be taken care of, at least for a first step by the union. So somebody was asking, how can we join Yoruba Union? See, if you are a Yoruba person, if you're a Yoruba, or you are related to Yoruba, or you're a friend of Yoruba, everyone is welcome. Our own message is very simple, right? People coming together, use the advantage of their number, okay? Build a community that is enlightened enough to understand that whatever is going on in Yoruba land right now is simply because we are part of Nigeria. And it's simply because those who are supposed to speak for us, represent us, fight for us, they have chosen to sacrifice us, okay? Sell us off and then mortgage us. When people understand this very well, through Yoruba Union's messages, and we do have that number, yeah, then people can actually say they want something and they will get it. That's our own mission. You can be part of that too. It might be so tough and that, but there are people who actually need this help. Okay. So yeah, if anybody is, all of us, in fact, it's not like if, all right. For those of us who are kind of moved by this and we think we can help, right? Of course, you can support. And if you want to support this, there are links here on Mayegun's Diary Political. You can use the PayPal, the Cash App, all right? Now, the good thing about them is if you send any money into them, you can add your own message and say, this money is for this, that money is for that. We're able to keep together the little we have to embark on this, what you are seeing. There are more, okay? And I think I would have shown you them. Now, if we plan that, whatever we can put together for him, I'm going to actually have a princess and a few other guys on for this same purpose, okay? Then, whatever we put together, okay, we'll get to know what that is and then we'll give that to him and possibly be able to even diagnose what is going on with the leg, proper medical care. Well, if there's going to be any operation, we'll pay for that. We have done bigger things than this. But this one seems to be a very, very, very important thing. I mean, if it's about money, I don't think it will have a problem with that for a start. Now, maybe when we finally kind of do this little rehabilitation here and there, then we can then open up where you can support him directly. All right? Which means any other help you want to give, any rehabilitation or whatever you want to do, you can go and do them. But for now, it is now a case with the Yoruba Union, right? And it will be so wonderful if we are able to help. Like I said, I haven't started any kind of fundraiser for him or whatever, okay? But to those who kind of feel like they could support or help, especially those who are reaching out, one, you will need to reach out to the Yoruba Union, okay? And if you dare give any support, all right, that will be announced there anyway. Of course, it will be announced there, and the good, and you can also use that Give, Send, Go. I don't have all the links anyway, but when we get to that stage, we'll do that. Get him a proper medical, a proper medical care, at least. Get him to be looked at, to be checked up, and whatever he's going to be. I'll come back and tell you. Like I said, there are other things they did, and as a stretch, okay? But I'm going to call it a night at this point. I saw that video, and I don't know if I should tell you. That video did a number on me when I saw that earlier. I was going to call off this broadcast tonight, but I was like, no, I'll just make it a light one where everybody will kind of, remember how we started. So I'm going to say thank you to all of you, and I will see you some other time. Good night. Surprise there. I'm sorry. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.